Welcome back to the Patrick Lane Show, where we talk about personal finance, investing, and real estate. And today we're going to talk about what else? GameStop. They're making more moves and creating more news and creating more value for GameStop owners. But before we do that, do me a favor, smash the like button. And if you're afraid you're going to break your keyboard or maybe punch your phone too hard, you can just tap it. Just lightly tap it, maybe click it, tickle it if you want to, but somehow get that like button to know that you like this video so that YouTube will push it out to more people. Now, today, guess what? GameStop came out with an announcement that they've hired 3 new executives to try to transform the company. Well, that's, of course, what we all want to hear, right? If you're a GameStop holder, if you're diamond hands on GameStop, then you want to know that Ryan Cohen from Chewy is making all of the right moves. And frankly, it sounds like since he's been there, that's exactly what he's doing. We know that several of the previous executives have been pushed out. We know that the board now is transforming from a 13-member board to a 9-member board, and that the 5 remaining members are Ryan Cohen and 2 board members that he brought in who were with him before at Chewy, the current CEO, George Sherman, and the activist investor Kurt Wolf, who was trying to turn it around before even Ryan Cohen got there. So the new board of 9 is going to have a 5-person majority, it sounds like at least, of people who are really committed to transforming GameStop into a digital e-commerce powerhouse that is focused on customer happiness. With that in mind as the backdrop, guess what? Today, we got a new announcement from GameStop that they have, again, poached Amazon for some talent to help grow GameStop into, frankly, a competitor of Amazon when it comes to the e-commerce gaming platform market space. And so we've got the newest person that Ryan Cohen has brought over to GameStop is Elliot Wilkie, and he's going to be the new GameStop Chief Growth Officer. So it's going to be his job to make sure that GameStop grows overall. Now, of course, we think that based on the moves that have already been made, that growth is going to come from the transformation to the e-commerce giant that we hope it will be. But it's interesting to note that Wilkie came from positions in Amazon where he helped to grow those segments of Amazon that have really shown growth and promise over the last few years. So it's definitely a good thing that he's coming in to be in charge of that growth for GameStop going forward. Now, the other 2 people who were brought in today and announced were Andrea Wolf and Tom Peterson. Now, importantly, both of those people were with Ryan Cohen at Chewy. They were instrumental in building out the brand for Chewy and Ryan Cohen to get it to where it was. And so, it's interesting to see, again, the Ryan Cohen influence on what's happening at GameStop, because clearly he's bringing people in that he's had positive experiences with in the past and who know how to transform a company and grow a company in the e-commerce digital market space. And that's exactly what we want, right? We want to know that he is transforming the company in the right direction, and not just that he says he's going to, or that he's there and it makes us feel good as shareholders. But the fact of the matter is they're making significant turns in getting rid of the people who were dragging it down, who maybe didn't have the vision to turn things around from brick and mortar to e-commerce powerhouse. And now they're replacing those people with visionaries in the field who can understand that in order to grow this company, to make it continue as a viable company, that it's got to tap into that brand loyalty, because there are a lot of people out there who know GameStop, have been GameStop customers and loyal GameStop customers for a long time, and now being able to build on the positive press that GameStop has had for the last few months, given the turnaround, the explosive growth of the stock value, and we can see those things that Ryan Cohen is trying to put into place to make sure that he fulfills what is the hope of all of the GameStop shareholders. Wolf is going to be the vice president of branding and marketing. So she's going to be in charge of making sure that all of the branding, all of the marketing gets pushed out. And I would suspect that there's going to be a revamp, a retooling to focus on the e-commerce and digital space when it comes to the marketing and branding aspects of it. And she's going to know how to do that because her entire focus, obviously, when she was with Chewy, was growing that brand from zero to where it was bought out for billions of dollars. Interestingly enough, Peterson, who was announced today, is going to be the person in charge of merchandising, which is basically the same role that he held at Chewy. So if you go on Chewy's website and you look, there's a ton of things that you can purchase there on Chewy.com, and that's the role that Peterson had there, was building that merchandise, adding all the SKUs, making sure that it was the merchandise that customers wanted, needed, and were able to get right when they got to the Chewy.com website. And so that's the same role now that Peterson is going to be taking on at GameStop. And we can expect to see the same sort of merchandise choice, customer experience choice, and growth in not only what the offerings are, but making sure that the new offerings are the things that the GameStop customers actually want. For example, I think Ryan Cohen has already started GameStop down this path, and quite frankly, probably convinced the board to maybe try a little merchandising experiment. Because if you remember, not too long ago, GameStop announced that they were going to start selling GPU units, which are, if you're not familiar with the GPU, it is basically the inside of either an Xbox, a PlayStation, or a regular computer, right? Just the computers that all of us use in our everyday lives. Those have CPUs, a central processing unit. Well, a GPU is a gaming processing unit. And so that is basically computer chips, motherboards, processors that are specifically designed for gaming. Well, obviously, GameStop would be the perfect place for somebody who wants to build their own gaming computer, their own gaming PC, to get their gaming PC parts, right? So as an experiment, now this is just me, this is speculation. As an experiment, I think that they chose to go down that route a little bit and offer the GPUs and see what would happen. Well, as soon as the GPUs were offered for sale, they sold out. And so that tells you right out of the gate that there is certainly a market there for PC gamers who want to be GameStop customers, where in the past, those types of products, merchandise, were not available to GameStop customers. So I think with these new changes, which is just a continuation of the changes that have been brought about, right, for this entire year, it seems like every week we get an announcement. These changes, coupled with the merchandising changes, the openness to offering new products, and guess what? Those things have led to, even today, of course, GameStop Pops, and it's up over 10, 12% almost today. Now, we'll see where it ends up at the end of the day, but it's just amazing that every time there's some good news from GameStop, the stock pops and the price goes up. So it's a good thing, I think, for GameStop going forward in the future. It's certainly a good thing for those of us who like GameStop, the stonk, and are diamond hands on the stock. So tell me what you think down below in the comments. Are these changes going to be good things for GameStop? Do you trust in the leadership of Ryan Cohen and the people he's bringing in from Amazon and from Chewy? Do you think today's stock price jump was a good thing? And let me know your thoughts down below, how it's going to go tomorrow and the next day and in the future. And do me a favor, if you got any education or entertainment out of this video, like I said in the beginning, smash the like button for me, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate your help in growing the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.